like that banjo.
Woo! Well, hello and welcome to Hipster's Mad Record Party, the only program in the history of entertainment in which we listen to 78s on television. I'm your host, Dave Drazin, and we have a distinguished panel of hipsters with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. First on my left, from the community of actors in Chicago, the marvelous John Covert.
Good evening, Dave.
And next to John, we've got another wonderful improv artiste and comedy aficionado, Tom Goligly.
Thank you. No applause, please.
And finally, we have a distinguished art teacher from the Chicago Park District, Tom Hickey.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Spread out! Now, some of you are
said.
probably wondering, what is the format of this show? Well, yes, what is it?
Tell us!
Well, I'll tell you. Well, what we do is we take a 78 such as this, and Jim, can you get a shot of this? And we're going to play various selections from the archives and see what we can make of them. The first one was Honeysuckle Rose by Coleman Hawkins and his all-star jam band featuring Benny Carter.
The record looks flawless, Dave.
Why, it's like mint, I tell you.
It is beautiful.
I bet it tastes like mint as well.
All right, and now here's the next record. I'm looking for a guy who plays alto and baritone and doubles on clarinet and wears a size 37 suit. Written and performed by Ozzie Nelson and his orchestra, vocal by Ozzie and Roseanne Stevens. Jim, can you get a shot of this?
Ozzie Nelson, is that the
Same guy.
Ozzie Nelson?
Yes.
Does he wear that size clothes and everything?
Well, he's looking for a guy.
Oh, sick.
Ozzie's looking for
What's
you.
the press ratio on that record?
Well, I think it's yay by yo.
Press ratio?
Well, that was an old... Well, the way they press it and just
How
the
old are
kind
you?
of... It's sweat, and the
That's
way they
rude,
press
don't
it,
say
and you
that.
get the sweat in the music between
was
the
looking for-
lines on the records.
Absolutely.
He was looking for a guy that wore, what, 38 suit?
Well, let's listen.
And he wound up with Harriet. Go figure.
While walking down the street, I chanced to meet a friend of mine who leads a band.
Who doesn't nowadays?
Quiet little man. He looked a bit perplexed, in fact I'd say completely vexed. And when I tell you what was wrong, you'll understand. I said, my friend, you're looking rather on the worried side. He heaved a heavy sigh and then replied, I'm looking for a guy who plays alto and baritone and doubles on a clarinet and wears a size 37 suit. Of course we'd expect him to do some arranging and perhaps a bit of copying and play some oboe and some flute. He may sing the vocals just in case we get stuck. Oh yes, and he's the guy who shines the shoes and drives the truck. I'm looking for a guy who plays alto and baritone and doubles on a clarinet and wears a size 37 suit.
It happened in Gary, Indiana. We were playing a one-night stand. As Ozzie tapped off number 3, a gal stepped up and said to me, I'd like a good look at the members of your band. I'm looking for a certain young musician. I met him at a dance a year ago. I don't recall if he was with DJ or Tommy D, but I'll tell you all about him so you'll know. I'm looking for a guy who plays alto and baritone and doubles on a clarinet and wears a size 37 suit. I can't find him listed in downbeat or metronome, billboard or variety, but oh my goodness was he cute. I don't remember if his hair was dark or light, 'cause he didn't take his hat off when he kissed me goodnight. I'm looking for a guy who plays alto and baritone and doubles on a clarinet and wears a size 37 suit.
Well, tell me, Tom Galagli, if you were Pablo Picasso, would you buy that selection?
I would have to smash it up into concentric figures so that each was turned counterclockwise, ignoring the other 6 figures of the concentric figure and not even taking one of them out for tea and coffee after the program.
You'd never be able to hear it then. It'd be smashed to pieces. And why would you do something like that?
But you could scratch it really rapidly and then you could hear part of it.
He's a real jazz aficionado.
Well,
like that.
you offer something intelligent.
Yes, John Covert, what have you to say?
It had done nothing, absolutely nothing for me.
No?
I'm looking for some bebop, some hip, something cool, something,
Bebop?
yeah.
You're looking for bebop? Well, you're in luck.
What about the Hipster?
Is there
He
something-
wants to
Wait
make
a
a
minute,
comment.
wait a minute. I
Is
got
there
something to
something-
say
Oh, wait,
about
Tom,
this.
Tom,
You
Hickey.
forgot me. Here I
No,
am. Are
I'm
you ready?
sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm glad they had the Ozzie and Harriet show, and it went off the air, and they all went to Ricky's garden party.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what you are?
What?
You're a guru, I swear to God. I swear to God, you come up with the damnedest things.
Thank you.
Where did you find this guy?
Well, he's an artist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
and now
explains
for our
it.
next
Okay.
selection, speaking
Cubism?
of bebop, we have the Thelonious Monk Quintet
Ah,
on
I've
Blue
heard of
Note. Jim, if you can get a shot of this.
What's with all the pointing?
Jim's our floor director.
You're keeping Jim quite busy, young man.
Yes, we've
And well
got to
he
put
should.
everyone to work.
Exactly.
So we're going to listen to Round About Midnight as played by Thelonious Monk.
I have one question.
Yes?
Is this going to be long?
Well, about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
You can
You'll
wait
get
there.
home by then.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of bebop, huh?
Yes.
I like the scratch.
was awesome.
That was
Truly
deep,
a
Dave,
mega
deep.
hipster selection.
Incredicool.
It was brought to mind those old late night movies that they used to show on Channel 9.
You outsider.
With Jack Brickhouse and Angels in the Outfield.
or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can take
Tom-
it.
Well, we're coming
That's a
out
good
of the
idea.
There's a
bebop
thousand
trance.
stories in the
No,
Naked
no.
City. That's it. Or that would be good background music. I'm not knocking the music they had in the Lost Weekend, but that would have been good background music for Ray Milland just stumbling through the streets.
Was that the Roach Concerto?
When?
He was seeing when he was in the bar, and Howard Keel was over here.
No.
And Howard De Silva. And then the Roach was like scampering across the bar and waving at him as it grew bigger and bigger and bigger.
I'm not
Wasn't
sure
that
what,
with Edward G.
exactly what you're
Robinson?
on.
Right.
Where did you see this film?
God, you guys are
Facets Multimedia or something?
Yeah, Cagney was the.
This is a
the hunch-
classic movie, The
With
Lost Weekend. What I'm saying is,
Yeah,
that's. Go ahead.
Cagney was the hunchback. Yeah,
Cagney.
Lost Weekend.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next selection now.
This
Something
guy's a guru,
completely
too.
different.
Now, does this have a little? Can I just add something else?
Why, of course.
That last one seemed to be a little helter-skelter, just like, not by the Beatles or Charles Manson either, by the way. I mean, it was all over the place. I mean, it was a good sound, but I want something a little more uniform.
Okay, well, we've got a truly
gotta
unique
contradict
selection
you.
coming up now. Jim, if you can get a shot of this.
I think it was awesome.
Cherokee Dance
I'm not knocking it at all.
by
I'm-
Bob Landers with
I just
Willie
gotta
Joe and
disagree.
his unitar.
No, you're allowed that. This is
Hipsters,
America.
please,
Okay.
please. I'm
Cisco
giving
and
that
Abel.
spiel.
Wait a minute. We're here, this is what we're all about. We're having a discussion here, right?
Oh, I
yeah.
missed it
You're the
entirely.
host. I mean,
There's
I don't
blood
want,
on the floor. How could you miss it?
I don't know.
I don't want you to lose control of your own show, but he
Well,
had something
all right.
to say.
Yeah.
Oh, what
all
was
right.
it?
Say it.
I thought that last piece was beautiful.
Oh, it was deep. I'm not knocking it at all.
That's
I mean,
good.
I dug it. I thought
I'm
it was
not
good.
on your
Why are
ear.
you provoking this man?
I'm not. I'm trying to give him a piece of time here. He's been quiet, sitting
Well,
here
don't give him a
quietly.
piece of anything else on public television.
What do you
Public
think,
access, I mean.
it's censorship?
God, Dave.
Just
Okay,
give back
well,
that
let's
shirt.
get on to the next record.
It's good you rectify that.
Yes. Willie Joe and his unitar, evidently a one-string guitar invented by Willie Joe.
Were you ever in
Awesome.
Movement Chance?
It's got to be easy to play.
Try to
right?
relax.
Let's do the Cherokee dance. Dance so wild and then go mad. I take 3 steps forward and bow your head. Dance until your face turns red. Grab your gal and spin around. I take 3 steps back and then squat out. As you straighten up on your feet, I dance all around to this crazy beat. I take 3 steps forward and bow your head. Wow, this tiny face is red. Grab your gal and spin around. I take 3 steps back and then squat out. As you straighten up on your feet, I dance all around to this crazy beat. Now that's doing the Cherokee dance. Let's get ready to go mad. I take 3 steps forward and rub her head. Tell her she's nice, don't be afraid. Grab her again and spin around. Take 3 steps back and then squat out. As you straighten up on your feet, dance all around to this crazy beat. I take 3 steps forward and bow your head. Tell her she's nice, don't be afraid. Grab her again and spin around. I take 3 steps back and then squat out. As you straighten up on your feet, kiss your babe on this last beat.
Beautiful ending.
That was a hit.
I'll wait till I'm called on this time.
Peaceful.
Hipsters, acquit
song.
yourselves.
What?
Speak.
That was such a peaceful.
Can I interject here at this moment? I don't want to be a wet blanket or whatever you call those things, but
Well,
it was
nobody
art.
ever said you were.
Well, I'm just,
Guilty conscience.
Can I get a word in edgewise, please?
Maybe.
It reminded me of. We're eluding the subject. It was similar to alley-oop to me.
Indeed.
But
It precedes it.
I know. But it reminded me of alley-oop on acid or something, or on some kind of narcotic of some kind.
Well, evidently.
And the guy that did that frog song, what the heck was that back in the 50s?
Stan Freberg?
No. I got the frog. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes.
Do you remember that song?
And
No.
FDR.
FDR. What are you talking about? What am I
Did a
talking
frog. I thought he did a frog.
Franklin
Go ahead.
Delano Roosevelt
Yeah,
did a
he
frog.
did a frog.
That could be done as
what
a
about his
hip-hop.
wife?
At hello everyone, this is FDR. Away all boats, December 7th, 1941.
You know, it's good time you came to Earth while that
yeah,
comet
yeah, of
crashed
course.
into your planet.
I know this to be true.
It's good you made it to Earth.
But
in
what was
time.
your point? Get back to your
My
point.
point was that it was a little bit more upbeat, a little more uniform, but I could barely understand the guy. Maybe it's because of the age of the record. I don't know.
Or the baby your age.
He was talking too low like this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rocket Crawford.
I thought I was listening. Yeah, brother.
I have something to say.
10-4.
Again.
Okay, I think that could be redone as a hip-hop song and be a hit now.
Now, exactly what is hip hop? I don't understand the
Look,
whole
we can't
concept.
go into
I don't
Bunnies?
either.
Is that what Bunnies?
But that's
and-
You
okay.
said to acquit ourselves. That's what we're doing.
Is this something to
Clyde.
do with Barney or
Okay.
Bunnies?
Was he
Okay,
acquitted
okay.
recently?
All right, now
Are
time
these
for the
records
next record.
insured?
Oh, please.
I recommend it highly.
Okay, now the next one is called That Redhead Gal by George Kelly and his original six. Jim, can you get a shot of that?
Cool.
I hope it's a little more upbeat.
Well, actually, it's very old. Very, very old.
I got. Well, never mind.
You get dibs on the old records.
No.
I'm young.
It's cable access, remember? Dave. What are you doing? Stick. Stick? You want stick? I'll give you a stick. man is obscene.
What was that thing with the nose?
I was trying not to precipitate.
It's a freakazoid fantasy.
You know, the trombones in that were quite well. You're right, that is a very old record.
Cornets?
Are you
I
wearing
liked
one?
it.
I don't mind.
I
Cornets?
thought it was beautiful.
Are you
Might I
wearing
have
one?
a sip of your water?
Why, sure, but then I can't drink anymore.
Oh. Could you?
You don't
Go
drink
ahead.
anyway,
Good
Dave.
heavens.
I can't drink anymore
But
either.
We're all the
been-
same family.
But I've been circumcised.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
don't
taking
bring
an
it up on
ugly
TV.
turn, hasn't it?
Brings back awful nightmares.
Oh. Oh, that was good.
I don't know what it
Oh.
is. What
Let's
the hell
see,
it was you were doing here.
It's just hard making good television.
You call that shtick? You
Oh,
call
well.
that shtick, Clyde?
Okay.
He's trying to
The
be
guy's
funny.
a phenomenon.
All right. Well, what do you say we move into the next selection?
Melba.
Thank you.
Why not?
Melba toast?
On the Melba label.
Can I just comment on the
Yep.
last one?
Oh, yes, indubitably.
You comment on
We
everything.
we seem to be getting away from the whole idea. I mean, if I might interject, I'm not critiquing you.
You
guys,
interject
but
every time.
I have no idea what's going on over here,
That's okay.
but that's all right. It's
All right.
It's cable access.
That's right.
You can do what
It's
you
a
want.
television program.
I thought this was the
of some
sports
type.
writers.
No, no,
He
no.
told me it was the sports writers.
Now don't listen to me. Haven't you figured? Ask this guy.
But you're my dad.
Oh please.
Well, maybe we better play the
Let's
record.
move
Oh,
on.
he wanted to make his point. Oh.
Okay, put on the record, Dave.
Okay.
Obviously,
here
the
we
lights
go.
are too hot for you.
This record was simultaneously released as a 45, but we're going to listen to the 78s because that's what we do on Hipster's Mad Record Party.
I don't know
You
where that
people
came
scare
from.
me.
You scare everyone.
Church bells
Thank
may
you.
ring by the willows.
Can I have a question then?
Oh, yes.
What year were these records made?
Oh, it'd take too long to reply. Well, this one is like 57.
God
I
knows
think.
we don't want to hit the issue.
Yeah, forget that. I like that. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ding-dong.
Were they
Hey.
singing to a panda or something?
Don't
Listen,
sing, Dave.
you gotta be careful when you take that needle off, man.
Sure do.
Could you explain the religious experience of that record?
I've been saved.
Save from what?
Not from you, unfortunately.
Hostility,
are you procrastinating
hipsters,
me?
under
No
control.
dissent amongst the hipsters.
Now,
you're,
boys.
You're my
Alright.
brother.
All
You're
right.
my brother
Boys,
and hipster.
boys.
He's not our
let's
brother, though.
Relax.
Okay, Gary, listen.
Yes.
It was pre-coaster era, wasn't it?
Well, I think it's the same as the coasters.
It
but,
had a flavor of that.
Well, it's the most modern one because it faded out at the end, so they had invented faders by then. You know, they
Ah.
could fade.
And you don't have a year on that one either.
Well, 57, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
somewhere
that's-
in there.
That's about right. I like the quality of these records. You take very good care of them. How many did you bring with tonight, Dave?
7 or 8, I don't know.
How many we're going to listen to, Dave?
Well, we've got time for one more.
Did you
That's
say
it?
7
That's
or 8
it.
78s?
Yes.
You better get a word
Okay.
in edgewise, Clyde.
Okay,
You're not
and
going to be
for
on.
the final
I'm on.
selection, we're going to go out with Thomas Fatzwaller, piano solo.
Need a cigarette?
This is from about 1930.
What's it called?
It's called Smashing Thirds.
Smashing Turds.
You are sick.
And
You're
before we
sick.
play this, I'd like to thank our distinguished panel of hipsters, John
After that
Covert,
last comment, I don't know if I'm too distinguished.
Tom Galogly,
I must interject.
and Tom Hickey.
That's me.
And I'm your hipster host, Dave
Dave
Drazin.
Drazin.
Remember, friends, if you like this show, start screaming at the screen or use your telephone device
Either
and
one.
call this station and say so. And here we go
We
with
could use your
Fatzwaller.
support. It's heavy, man. Good job. Easy, boys, easy. Careful, Clyde. You are a man hipster. Is that it?
Thank you, and good night. Say good night, hipsters.
Good night,
Good night,
hipsters.
hipster.